I'm going to try and double up tomorrow to make up for the video that we missed yesterday afternoon. Amy Schumer was at the Sanger in New Orleans last night. My girlfriend likes Amy Schumer. She's a big fan. She likes stand-up comedy in general, so took her downtown last night to see the show. Now, I'm not a big fan of Amy Schumer myself, but I got to be honest with you. I was pleasantly surprised with her performance. My girlfriend was extremely worried going into this. I'm sure you guys know, Amy Schumer falls into one of the more popular categories here on the channel, a woke woman. She's not a woke woman in the Rachel Levine sense of the word, but Amy Schumer definitely likes her Fruity Pebbles in the morning. Her opening act last night was a transgender comedian. When I saw him or her walk on stage, I mentally was prepping myself for a long 3 hours, but the dude was actually pretty funny. We saw 3 comedians last night. None of them mentioned politics. I thought Amy Schumer was good. She was funny. It's not something I would go see with my friends, but as something to do for a date night, it was well worth the money. Now, some of you are probably wondering, KC missed the Saints game for Amy Schumer? Yeah, he did. I haven't missed a Saints game since 2005, the season destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. But I am so disgusted with the Saints right now. Did you guys see Dennis Allen after halftime last night? Andy Dalton threw 3 interceptions in the first half, 2 returned for touchdowns. Dennis Allen was asked after halftime what he expected to see from Andy Dalton in the second half. His response? Keep doing what you're doing. What? Mickey Loomis should have fired that motherfucker on the spot. Dennis Allen either wasn't paying attention during the first half or he is completely incompetent. Either way, he should be fired. The Saints, they need to start preparing for a rebuild. We have no franchise quarterback. The defense is aging and getting worse and worse every week. We don't have a draft pick in the first round next year. I mean, this is absolutely a terrible situation in New Orleans. But anyway, back to Amy Schumer. I don't fall into the demographic that Amy Schumer tailors her comedy to, and that's okay. The majority of the people in the audience last night were women, mostly young women. There were a lot of jokes that I couldn't relate to because I'm not a woman. Jokes about periods and tampons, jokes about pregnancy. I can't relate to any of that shit. All the women in the audience were laughing their asses off while all the dudes were looking at each other like, what the hell is she talking about? But like I said, that's okay. Entertainment is not meant to be targeted towards everyone. Take this channel right here, for example. If you like using cucumbers for purposes other than curing your appetite, this channel's not for you. If you like keeping up with country music, you're probably not listening to Hot 97 or The Breakfast Club. If you're an inner city black dude in Atlanta or New York City, you probably don't relate to the comedy of Jeff Foxworthy or that get-her-done redneck guy. We tend to gravitate towards entertainment that we can relate to. Apparently, this is now a violation of the woke commandments. Last night, Shitfucks organized a last-minute community circle jerk on Twitter to add a new amendment to the woke commandments. This new amendment was inspired by Al Michaels. They were coming out of commercial break. During the break, Taylor Swift ran an ad promoting her new album. I'm sure this ad spot was in conjunction with the NFL. I'm assuming they asked Al Michaels to talk about it coming back from break. I mean, this is common. We see the same thing with NFL commentators on NBC, CBS, Fox all the time. One of the networks will advertise a show, the commentators hype it up for a few seconds, then get back to the game. Al Michaels was doing his job. He did his part to promote this upcoming album from Taylor Swift. But you knew. You just knew. We could not have an older dude promote a young woman without the shitfucks getting roid rage. Lonely men were rushing to Walmart to buy Preparation H after hearing this. Bongos were bleeding across America. Listen for yourself to what Al Michaels said, and you tell me if you find this even remotely offensive or even off the mark. Roll the film.
You have 4 sons. If you had a daughter, she'd be over the moon. I have a granddaughter who's completely over the moon right now.
Dialed in this week, probably, waiting for that information.
Oh, yeah. Nobody more popular among the teenage girl group than Taylor Swift.
Oh, the NFL's doing it again. They can't stop with the toxic masculinity. As a 37-year-old male birthing person, I am deeply offended that Al Michaels thinks I don't like Taylor Swift. Her music got me through my breakup with my emotional support shovel. Her music inspired me to pursue a career as an easily offended shitfuck. Her music was the soundtrack to my bongo sessions with Rhonda Rake. She impregnated me to the sounds of Taylor Swift. We even named our child Taylor. We wanted it to have a gender-neutral name so it could choose its own gender one day. Check out some of these overreactions from the Butt Brigaders. Let's start with Brooke Pryor. Imagine my surprise when I find out BP is a dual-purpose shitfuck. She refills birthing persons with gas and moonlights at ESPN as the beat reporter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's one from Michael David Smith, who works for Pro Football Talk. Oh, Pro Football Talk. The propaganda machine of Mike Florio. Here's another one from a birthing person who calls himself Snowden. Ooh, I'm dancing in my living room, so excited for Taylor Swift. I hope she does a collaboration with the Backstreet Boys. That would be super duper spiffy. Let me just get this out of the way real quick before we dive into this. I have nothing against Taylor Swift. She's incredibly talented. She's one of the few mainstream artists who's actually an artist. She writes her own music. She plays the guitar. She can actually sing without the assistance of technology. Taylor Swift is a talented young woman. Are there men, real men, who like her music? Sure. I'm sure there are some dudes that enjoy her shit. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's be real here for a second. The overwhelming majority of Taylor Swift fans are female. If I had to guess, the majority of her fans are teenage girls or girls in their 20s. You know how many Taylor Swift songs I know? Zero. Know how many of my friends listen to Taylor Swift? None. When we're on our way to play golf or we're headed to the Superdome or a Pelicans game, you think we're hyping ourselves listening to Taylor fucking Swift? Michael David Smith claimed the NFL's in business with Taylor Swift because she appeals to a demographic they want to reach more. You just proved the fucking point. What demographic would that be, Mikey? Is it dudes my age because the NFL already reaches us? Is it dudes my dad's age? No, he's listening to Meatloaf for the Rolling Stones. Plus the NFL already reaches him too. What is one of the smallest demographics in the NFL audience? Teenage girls and young women. The exact demographic Taylor Swift represents. These people can't even recognize their own hypocrisy. This bullshit controversy has nothing to do with Al Michaels. Every week, woke Twitter and the mainstream media are attacking the NFL. Last week, they were pissed off with Troy Aikman. The 2 weeks before that, it was the situation with Tua. Like I told you guys before, the mainstream media hates this league. They hate it. But there's another element at play here. They are fighting to censor free speech. Look at what happened with Troy Aikman. They forced him to apologize. Hopefully, Al Michaels won't fall into the same trap. These examples with the NFL, this censoring speech, these are minor examples, but it's also a big deal. Shitfucks are looking for anything to offend them so they can keep us silenced. They want us thinking before we speak. They want us afraid to say anything at all. Look at what's happened the last couple of weeks with Kanye West and Alex Jones. Have you ever wondered why? You ever wondered why they are fighting so hard to silence both of those dudes? They've been fighting to silence Alex Jones for years, maybe even decades. Why? I don't know much about Alex Jones. I know he's big into conspiracy theories, but if that's all it is, if it's just conspiracy theories, if it's all lies and made up bullshit, why are they fighting so hard to silence him? They did the same thing with Donald Trump. They banned the fucking president from social media. Why? I don't know. I mean, there's this common belief that the president is the most powerful man in the world. Is that true anymore? He can't create an account on a social media platform filled with lonely men and bots. When I was growing up, we were always taught words can never hurt you. It's the complete opposite today. I saw a story the other day where Gen Z's claiming the thumbs up emoji is both offensive and aggressive. We used to think the Sue Bird finger was aggressive. Now you can't give someone a thumbs up. It's just getting absolutely ridiculous, everything they're offended by. They're offended by everything, literally. But anyway, let me know what you think. The Butt Brigaders get offended because Al Michaels insinuates that dudes don't listen to Taylor Swift. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.